Maybe we could, I'd sit here and we could talk. I could get some stories from when you were younger on videotape.
Yeah.
I was going to start off by asking you stuff. I wanted to get on tape stuff for grandkids and everything, so when they get older and they start to forget about stuff, we'd have it on the videotape. I was going to ask you about where you grew up and everything.
Quite a bit different back then.
Yeah. You grew up in, was it in Paducah or near there?
In McCracken County.
McCracken County?
Yeah, Paducah was the county seat.
Oh, okay. What year were you born?
1903.
1903. Wow. They were just starting on airplanes then, weren't they?
There wasn't any airplanes at that time.
When was it the Wright brothers flew their airplane?
I don't know what. The first plane I remember was about 25, I guess.
1925.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I guess so. The Wright brothers had theirs a little earlier.
Yeah, but it took a while before they started spreading,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah. But I think I remember when the Wright brothers was working on it.
Yeah. I think they started selling planes to the War Department for the First World War.
Yeah.
They'd kind of worked some of the bugs out of them by then.
Yeah. Yeah, that, the World War, that was, I'd be 16 or 17 that started.
Right. Well, what'd you do for fun when you were growing up in McCracken County in Kentucky?
I lived on the farm.
You didn't have any fun?
Not much.
No? Well, what'd you do for fun when you had some spare time?
Just run around on the farm.
Did you do any hunting?
Yeah,
What kind of guns did you use?
I had 12 gauge.
A 12 gauge shotgun as a kid?
Yeah.
Well, that was a lot of shotgun for a kid, wasn't it?
Well, I didn't have that till I was up larger.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever do any trapping?
Yeah.
What would you trap?
Yeah. Rabbits.
Rabbits? What kind? Did you ever use a snare or did you use the spring trap?
No, a box trap.
A box trap?
Yeah.
How's that work?
It make them about that big square, about 2 feet long,
Uh-huh.
and you fix a trap door in front and bore a hole to put a stick to hold the bar across,
Uh-huh.
and tie the trap door to the bar and a trigger back here in the back and that hole.
Did-
Rabbit go in there and hit that.
It knocked the trap door down. What'd you use for bait?
Oh, I guess sometimes I might have put apple or something like that.
Uh-huh. It was just open on one end
Yeah,
and you set it in a rabbit run?
yeah.
Okay, I never heard of one like that.
Well, that's what we had.
I'll have to get you to show me how to make one of those.
Yeah.
When I was young, Dad showed me how to make one. We would use we'd get a cardboard box or a crate of some kind. In fact, one time when I went camping, we set up a cooler
Yeah.
upside down and took 3 pieces of wood and made the part where it holds together, and then the third piece of wood holds the two, and then you put a piece of carrot or something on the end of it. And the squirrel would get in there and touch that and make the whole contraption fall down. We caught a squirrel.
Yeah.
When I was out out camping one time, we caught him in the cooler. Everybody, I said, "There's a squirrel in there." Everybody said, "No, there's not. No, there's not." I said, "Yeah, there is." So they raised it up, and he shot out of there like a streak of lightning.
Yeah.
So is that all you ever used to trap with? Was the box?
Yeah.
Did you eat them?
Well, sometimes that was some of my money.
Oh, okay. You skin them and gut them and sell them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize, I guess people would buy a rabbit, but I never thought about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew they bought pelts and stuff, but I never thought about them buying a rabbit for meat. No different than anything else you eat, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, back then, they sell pretty good in Paducah.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody have a rabbit just about anywhere to eat in a long time. Anyway, I had some one time. The only time I've ever eaten it.
Yeah. I liked it okay.
When's the last time you had rabbit? When's the last time you ate some?
I don't know. I guess maybe I went hunting some. Maybe I killed one in Michigan.
Mm-hmm. You still got any of your guns from when you used to go hunting?
No.
Sold them all?
No, give them away.
Oh, okay.
When I broke up over here, a lot of it was kids come in and we just divided stuff up.
Oh, okay.
I think David got one of the guns. I had two.
Two
12-gauge.
Two 12-gauge shotguns?
I don't remember now who got the other one.
Well, what else do you do on the farm? What else do you have to do? What kind of chores do you have to do on the farm?
Well, I had to work.
Like what, though, for example? Do you milk cows or
Yeah, I milked cows,
feed the chickens?
worked in the field.
What kind of livestock did y'all keep?
We had horses and some cattle.
Do you have just milk cattle, or did you raise some for meat?
Well, we raised maybe 2 or 3 and sell them.
Mm-hmm. How many milk cows do you have?
2.
2.
Mhm.
What kind were they?
I think they were jerseys.
Oh, the good milk.
Yeah.
The rich
Yeah.
stuff.
The rich, yeah.
And I haven't seen a Jersey cow in ages.
Yeah.
We used to see them down at the fairgrounds when they'd have the fair every year.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen them in a long time.
Yeah, I was driving a team of horses on the farm to some of the equipment before I could put the harness on them.
How old were you then?
Probably about 8 to 10 years old.
8 or 10? You couldn't even pick up the harness to get it on them, huh?
I worked with my 2 uncles
Mm-hmm.
on my grandfather's farm.
Now, who were they?
Mitchells.
Mm-hmm. And what were their first names?
Let's see, Julian and Evander.
Julian and
Evander.
Evander. Okay. I don't think I've ever heard you talk about them before.
No.
So, and you had how many horses?
Oh, we had 4.
Did you? Did you do more than one horse for a plow, or do
Yeah.
2?
Yeah. In spring, breaking the ground, we used 2 horses.
Mm-hmm.
And cultivating the crop, we used 1.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you just swap them out, swap the horses out, use them for different things, or
Yeah.
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 Well, how old were you when you left home?
Yeah, I guess 22.
22.
Yeah.
Is that when you got married?
Yeah.
So you weren't too young.
No.
And you went now. Did you and Mama get married in Kentucky and moved to Michigan, or did you get married when you were in Michigan?
No, we got married in Kentucky.
Did you?
Yeah.
How long were y'all married before you moved to Michigan?
See, we married in 25. When I turned 29, 4 years ago.
Oh, okay. And what'd you do in Kentucky before you left?
Worked on the farm.
Oh, still working on the
mostly,
farm?
yeah.
Okay.
I did work on they built a new railroad through there, and I worked on that some.
Mm-hmm.
Then one winter, I worked in the dairy there.
They give you some strong hands, huh? That was before they had the electric milking machines,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, that was all handwork.
Yeah. So Mama's family was from Paducah, from the same county?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you went to Detroit in 1929?
Yeah.
Okay. So it started the Depression.
Yeah.
All right. Did you go straight to work for Chrysler then, or did you work somewhere
No.
else?
No, I worked for a place called Briggs Manufacturing. Made bodies for Ford and Chrysler.
Oh, okay. How long did you work there?
About 5 years.
Was that when you cut your hand, or was that
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you telling me. How did I forgot how you cut it?
A piece of metal that just come out of the cutting die. My hand slipped across it
Mm-hmm.
there. It had grease on it, and I had on some gloves.
Mm-hmm. Slipped. And how long were you out of work with that?
I think it was 22 months.
Yeah, I think you told me it was almost 2 years.
Yeah.
And what, did you go back to work at the same place then?
Yeah.
And how long did you work there for?
Yeah, I guess I was 29, about 5 years.
Mm-hmm. You said that was Briggs Manufacturing?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think I've ever heard of Briggs before. So when you left Briggs, did you go? Is that when you went to work at Chrysler, or did you work somewhere else first?
Well, I was laid off there some, and I worked whatever I could get.
Mm-hmm.
I sold milk and did some paper and painting.
Whatever would fill the table, huh?
Whatever I could pick up.
Mm-hmm.
And things got a little better there. I got in to work with a contractor a little while, building.
You worked with a contractor doing erecting buildings, you mean?
No, building them.
Building like
Houses.
commercial buildings and houses. And, okay. Did you ever do any electrical?
Yeah.
Yeah. Plumbing, the whole thing?
Yeah.
That was before, in the days before everybody specialized, huh?
Yeah.
You did everything with the house.
Yeah. Yeah. I lived down in Detroit there, so about, let's see. No, I was living in Detroit, and about 37 I bought a lot out in a new subdivision,
Mm-hmm.
and I built my house.
Is that the one on Gratiot?
No, it was off a 9 Mile Road.
Okay, so that wasn't the house that I knew that you were in.
Yeah,
Is it the same one?
yeah,
Okay. So you built that house?
yeah.
I never knew that. So the house that you and Mama lived in for all those years up there, you built that?
Well, no, I built that house up there. It was then the one I guess you remember.
Mm-hmm.
I bought it.
Okay. So you had built another one that was out
Yeah,
a little farther out. Okay.
it's on the same street. It's just a little above.
I think I remember you showing me that place one time.
2-story building.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I always remember from the house up there, I remember that cherry tree in the backyard. And the
Yeah.
squirrels.
Yeah, I bought that one from a guy.
Okay. Yeah, you had a garage out back, didn't you?
Yeah,
I remember that there was a garage.
yeah,
And Mama used to have a bunch of flowers all over the place.
yeah.
And those great big old red squirrels.
Yeah.
Hmm. I can remember you had did you have a gate to the driveway?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. And the next door neighbors, they had a boy that was a couple of years younger than me.
Yeah.
And they had a swimming pool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot their name now.
I can't think of it now either.
And we would go out and we'd go out and throw a baseball in the street there.
Yeah.
You know, I ran into one kid. I remember a kid from there that we had played with when I was little, and his parents moved down here, and I went to school with him from about the 6th grade all the way till I graduated. His name was Dale Dabbs,
Yeah.
and I don't know if they lived on the same street or not.
I don't remember that name.
Yeah. But he and his brothers, he had 2 or 3 brothers, and they all moved down here about the time when I was about in the 6th grade.
Yeah.
And we got to talking one time and figured out that we had played together when we were kids up there.
Yeah.
Now, what year was it that y'all moved down here? That was about 76? Okay.
In the fall of '76.
Okay, because I can remember walking from here over to your house one winter when there was snow on the ground.
Yeah.
Walking over there across the highway. And I guess, I don't know, I was in my teens, I guess. 76, I would have been 15.
Yeah.
So. And remember Mama having that whole basement full of violets.
Yeah.
Flowers all over the place.
Yep. Yeah.
And y'all had a real old phone down in the basement that you had hooked up.
Yeah.
That thing was heavy, boy. It must have weighed 5 or 10 pounds. And y'all had a freezer back. I remember a freezer back next to the wall.
Yeah.
A deep freeze. And then back under the stairs she used to keep all her canned vegetables.
Yeah.
And you and I sat there and worked on I think a motorcycle engine that Patty's second husband had.
Yeah.
Buddy?
Yeah.
Didn't we rebuild the motorcycle engine that he had?
I don't remember. I might have.
I think we rebuilt something, some kind of an engine. I don't remember if it was
Yeah.
that. I thought it was a motorcycle.
Might have been.
Yeah.
He had a motorcycle.
Yeah. And I remember we worked on your car engine one time.
Yeah.
I remember you putting all that styrofoam up in the door to keep the cold out. I did the same thing to my door up in Maryland because it gets so cold in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember you rebuilding the engine of that old green Plymouth Fury 3 that you had.
Yeah. Yeah.
You put, I don't know, I guess you had about 180 something thousand miles on it when you sold it, didn't you?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I don't remember just exactly about the car now. I don't know whether I had some Plymouth. I had one Plymouth that was a 7-passenger.
This one was about 65, something like 64 or 65. It was green.
Yeah.
You drove it for, man, long time, 15 years, I guess.
Yeah.
And I think about 1979 or so, you bought that Mercury, that gray Mercury. I believe it was.
No, I don't think I ever had a Mercury.
Well, it was a gray car. I thought it was.
No, I think I had a gray Dodge, maybe.
Is that what it was? I was thinking it was a Chrysler Imperial or Mercury Marquis. That's what I was thinking. I remember it was a gray car though.
Yeah.
And you had that for a while, and then you got that. It was kind of a boxy, squared off car you drove for a while, like several years.
Yeah.
Can't remember now. Can't remember what it was.
I had one or two Chryslers, and I had a DeSoto.
Did you?
Yeah.
When did you have a DeSoto?
Maybe I got the DeSoto directly after I went up there.
Okay. I don't recall seeing that one now. Somebody, when we had yours and Mama's 50th, I believe it was your 50th wedding anniversary up at Franny's.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody showed up in an old 40-something green car. I can't remember what it was. May have been a Hudson. Do you remember somebody that had didn't have many miles on it. It only had about 30,000 miles on it.
Yeah.
That was,
Seemed like I remember something about somebody having one of them cars that was later taken off of the market.
don't recall now. It wasn't Katie and Hardy though, I don't think, was it?
I don't remember.
Well, they live up near Livingston now, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a couple of years ago when I first retired, we went up there and saw them.
Yeah, they live in Livingston.
Right. It's hard to get down here for a week and try to see everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can remember at the house that you and Mama had up in Detroit, had those wooden stairs from the attic down to the kitchen.
Yeah.
And me and Jeff would get on them and thump down on our butts and hit the door to the kitchen. And Mama would get all over us. That was the only stairs I knew. Anybody that I knew had stairs that weren't carpeted and you could slide down. We did that over and over and over. Mm. Oh, and I can remember that basement you had down there too.
Yeah.
That was one of the first houses I ever saw with a basement.
I dug that basement out by hand.
Wow, that was a lot of work. A lot of work.
Yeah.
Were all I don't remember. Were the walls all blocked up?
Yeah.
Was it? So there wasn't a basement there when you moved in. I didn't realize that. How long did you live in that house?
I think we moved out there in 38.
48, 58, 68. Almost 40 years.
Well, then,
Yeah, if you moved there in 38 and then you left there in 1976.
yeah. Well, I had the brick house down there
Mm-hmm.
too, you see. I moved from the house I built down there,
Mm-hmm.
and that was, I was still working when I moved down there.
Right. What year did you retire from Chrysler?
66.
Oh, okay. That's when I was 5 years old. Got your money's worth out of them yet?
Huh?
You get your money's worth out of Chrysler yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. They lose money like me.
Yeah, you've been retired longer than you worked, haven't
Yeah.
you?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was retired, let's see. '34. I guess 36 years last January.
Mm-hmm. And you worked there 32?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're doing all right.
Yeah, they're taking pretty good care of me.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. You still get a newsletter ever so often from Chrysler?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a pretty good retirement.
Yeah. Mine's not too bad. Can't live on it, but you know. It helps. It helps. Mine's mostly benefits that I enjoy is the medical. Get the the medicals. Mostly what I was in it for. So. But what they do now is once you hit 65, they convert you over from the military to Social Security.
Mm-hmm.
They used to keep you on with the military, but as far as medical goes, they convert you to Social Security
Yeah.
when you hit 65. When I worked down at Arnold Air Force Base, there was an old guy came in there and he was 100 years old and he had retired in 1938.
Yeah.
He retired in 38 from the Air Force. Man.
Yeah, he had good long retirement.
Yeah. Well, how'd you meet Mama? Did you know her from family or friends or anything before y'all met, or?
No, we met in school.
Oh, did you?
Mm-hmm.
And it was in high school?
We didn't go to high school.
Oh, okay. What kind of school did you meet in?
A little country school.
Oh, okay. What grade did you go to? Or was everything all in one grade?
Yeah. Well, there's a little one-room schoolhouse, and there's about, I think about 35 kids, one teacher.
Right. And she taught all the grades.
And all the grades from at that time. He started in the primer
Right.
and went to the 8th grade.
8th grade.
There wasn't no can't think now. You didn't have a test.
Oh, okay.
Each year you just went a grade higher.
Right. So did you have everybody split up by grade?
Yeah.
Did you have the different students split up by grade and they give them different work?
Well, you know, whatever grade the kid was in, all of them in that grade.
But did she have them separated like in the groups, like 1st grade, 4th grade, and 5th grade?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So she'd work with each group of them with certain things?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Was there anything she did the same for everybody, taught all at once? Was there any particular things? No?
No, each grade had a certain time of class.
Mm-hmm. How many hours a day did you go to school?
About 8, I guess.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Would it start at like 8 and go to 4?
Mm-hmm.
So no school bus, huh? The school bus was your feet.
Yeah.
Did you pack your own lunch?
Yeah. Yeah, I walked to school for about 2.25 miles.
Mm-hmm. How long did it take you to walk?
Oh, I guess about 30 minutes.
That's a pretty good walk. You got your exercise walking to and from school, didn't you?
Yeah.
Was there any kids that had to walk farther than that?
I expect I was about the farthest.
Were you? You were wishing you were only a couple minutes from the school, weren't you?
I didn't get to start to school till I was 7.
Alright.
You want to move it closer so we can hear?
Oh, I think you're picking up fine.
You couldn't, you started at 6, but you had to be 6 the first day of September.
Right,
before
you
could
weren't.
Start.
Right.
And mine was the 18th.
Oh, you missed out by about 3 weeks then. So you got to work at home during all that time.
Yeah.
Well, the following year you waited to get into school.
Yeah.
So what year did you finish school? How old were you when you finished?
15.
15.
Wow. What year did you graduate?
I didn't graduate.
Oh, okay.
I quituated.
You quituated?
I didn't get to go to school for about 3 months out of the year.
Only 3 months out of the year? Wow.
We'd finish up work about November. I'd go to school December, January, and February, and then
March, it was time to start back up.
start back up again.
Well, they had to cram a lot in then, didn't they?
Yeah.
I guess you did a lot of learning outside the classroom though, didn't you?
Yeah.
Did they give you like coupons where you had to go in and give a ticket to get something?
Seems a little like we did.
You said that was about 1916?
Huh?
You said it was about 1916?
I think that was about the time it started.
Yeah.
I think it ended in maybe the latter part of 18.
So it went on for 2 years?
2 or 3,
Depends on where you were at, I guess. As to when it ended. Did you know many people that went to Europe during World War One?
Few.
Yeah. You said you were with your uncles. Did they go?
No.
No?
Uh-uh.
They were older then?
No, they were they age bracket, but my grandfather had that 160-acre farm, and them and myself were doing that farming.
Oh, okay.
They got exempted to. My grandfather wasn't able to work.
Right. So they were exempted to work the farm?
Yeah.
That's a lot of acres to work with 4 horses, isn't it?
Yeah. Some of it was woodland.
Right. But do you remember about how many acres you had planted?
I don't know, but I guess about nearly half of it.
Okay.
About 80 acres?
Wow.
That's
We
still a
didn't-
lot of farming with 4 horses.
Well, we didn't didn't plant all of that. We maybe plant one field a couple of years, and then let it lay out and so
Refertilize it itself.
so hay on it.
Hmm.
And what's that called when you let it lie for a year? I can't remember now. When is it farrow? You let it farrow, or?
You give the ground time to get nourishment back.
Yeah.
Regenerate.
I can't remember what the name of it is. And when was World War II?
Hello?
Well, that was, let's see, I believe that started in 41.
Well, were you working at Chrysler when the war started?
Mm-hmm.
World War II.
Yeah.
Yeah. What'd they have you doing then?
Well, before I got into security, I run machines.
And then after the war started, they put you on security.
Yeah.
Did you do that the whole time?
Did you like that better?
Yeah.
Better than running machines?
Yeah.
A little quieter, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he wouldn't be. He didn't be handling them heavy parts.
Yeah.
Like fenders and hoods. And
Did you carry a gun?
did during the war.
Yeah. That's a little lighter than a fender, isn't it?
Yeah.
Were things rationed
Yeah.
during World War II also?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's during the time of the Great Depression, right?
No, that happened in about 30 to
29.
It's 29.
Stock market crashed in 1929.
Yeah, it's starting in 29.
Yeah, and it
yeah.
went through probably in the later 30s, didn't it?
About 35.
Was it?
Yeah.
Wow, and then World War II. But what happened to make the stock market crash?
The Depression.
I don't understand.
I don't remember. I don't recall why. This big boom, and everything was doing great, and then all of a sudden, well, they had a stock market crash in 1980, and the stocks went way down, but it wasn't. I mean, it didn't affect the country like that one did because you had a lot more infrastructure built that was able to handle it.
Yeah, people lost a lot of money.
I heard.
Did you have any? Did you
I
lose
read
any
about
money
it.
in the bank?
No,
No.
didn't have it.
Didn't have any to lose.
I had $40 in the bank, and just a short time before they broke, I was looking around for a car. I found one as a 26 Dodge. I think it was about $75 or $100 he wanted for it.
How old was it?
It was,
You said it was a 26 Dodge,
yeah,
so it'd have been about 3 years old.
it was about 4 or 5 years old.
Yeah.
then.
Oh, wow.
And the guy asked me what I thought it was worth. I told him I thought it was worth about $40.
$40.
He says you bought the car.
So you bought it for $40?
Oh man.
Oh, wow.
How long did you have to work to make $40?
A long time.
How much was you getting? Well, let's see. You were working. Yeah, you were working then at Briggs. How much do you get paid an hour when you started at Briggs?
45 cents.
45 cents an hour.
We went down there to that bank to get that $40. They was questioning me why I was taking that $40.
You said it's because it's mine.
And a short time after that, they closed.
Well, you got out by the skin of your teeth then, didn't you?
Yeah.
A car for $40.
A
Let's see,
4 or 5 year old car for $40.
You had to work 100 hours to pay for it, almost. That's 2.5 weeks. You work almost 2.5 weeks to pay for a car. I don't think we could buy a 4 or 5 year old car on what I make in 2.5 weeks.
No, there's no way.
How long did you drive that car?
I had to drive probably 5 or 6 years.
Did you? Did you sell it for $40?
No, I guess I traded it in on something.
What kind of gas mileage did you get back then?
Not too good.
I bet. What was it, 4-cylinder engine?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Putt, 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 putt. This
How
one-
fast would it go?
Good.
How fast would it go?
Oh, probably about 60.
That's
That's
it?
not bad. That's pretty good for the time.
Yeah.
60 miles an hour. Did it have the spark advance and everything you had to manually do, or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you didn't have to drip oil into it while it was running, did you? Did it have self-contained oil system?
No.
Because I know some of the older ones, you had to drip oil into this thing and squeeze a bulb for it to drip down into the engine. It had open valve covers. And you had to squeeze oil into the engine every so often so it wouldn't burn up.
Wow.
I learned some of that from the Ford Museum up in Detroit. Now, was this a hand crank start?
No.
No, it had electric starter.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know. When did they first come out with electric starters?
Well, I bought a 1923 Ford. I think that you could get a start. Yeah, I know you could get a start
Dad pushed it down
car
far enough on
then,
that.
but I got the crank. It's cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Sure.
This thing.
Oh, the whole thing plugs into your cigarette lighter.
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, had to put the extension on it because it wouldn't,
I
couldn't
bought
fit in
that
there the way at that right angle.
23 Ford Roadster.
Yeah. They have open
Does it-
wheels,
does
no
it cover the
fenders.
extension?
Or it had those little
Yeah,
half
it had
fenders.
fenders.
Yeah.
Pin your little,
Uh,
pin your
I
little
bought it
microphone
brand new out
on
of
your
the
shirt and just,
dealer for
Top it up.
$327.
Did you hear that, baby?
No.
He said he bought a brand new 23 Ford Roadster out of the dealer for $327.
You couldn't even use $323 as a down payment today.
No.
That's about what your car payment would be
That
per
won't
month.
even pay the taxes on
No.
it. Did you have to pay sales tax then? Did they have sales tax then?
No.
When did they start doing sales tax? Do you remember?
I think that was up in the 30s.
Was it? Boy, I bet that was popular, wasn't it?
Yeah. When I bought that 23 Ford car, you didn't even have to have a license for it.
Oh, man. When did they start doing driver's license?
I don't. I was after I went to Michigan.
Hmm.
What about red lights?
Huh?
When did they start having red lights?
Well, I guess it depends.
On where you were?
that wind's kind of
Maybe
cool out there
some-
now.
Some big
Get
cities
the garbage out.
have a red light before they got it very popular.
Did they have stop signs, or they just didn't have anything?
Didn't have
You
any-
just better watch out.
Didn't even have any road signs.
Didn't have much of roads, did you?
No.
Had a wagon trail?
Pig baths.
So how far was it between service stations?
What about 50 miles or
Oh,
100?
man.
Oh goodness. Nowadays they're right next to each other.
Yeah.
You can't drive a mile without seeing a gas station.
No.
Unless you're looking for one. Then you can't find one.
Yeah.
So how big a gas tank did the cars have back in the 20s?
Seemed to me like that Ford had a 10-gallon.
Was it? Well, it didn't give you very long then.
No,
What'd you get, maybe 100, 150 miles on a tank?
probably.
Yeah. We think we get bad gas mileage.
Yeah.
Tank was right in under your front cushion.
Oh, really? Wow. Good luck.
The car blows up, you're the first one to go, huh?
And if you run up a big steep hill, sometimes the gas wouldn't feed.
Because the hole was in the front, huh?
You have to turn
It
around
all
and
goes
back up
back.
it.
Yeah. I had to do that.
Did you? That is hilarious. Oh my goodness. I want to go to Walmart in a few minutes,
Okay,
if you would not mind.
sure. See how many minutes we got left on this. 4 minutes left. Well, we're out of tape.
Well, go ahead and use the 4 minutes up.
Okay. We got 4 minutes to cover the rest of your life.
So what did you do when you retired?
Well, on January after I retired, I had a heart attack.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was in oxygen tank for a week.
Oh, no.
So that was in, you said that was in 67?
Mm-hmm.
January of 67?
You retired in 66, right?
Yeah.
I think I remember going to the hospital to see you when you were there. I think I maybe remember that.
I was in the hospital out there on Van Dyke.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess I've done some car work.
You were doing some car work when you were 80-something.
Well, when I was working Chryslers, I've done a lot of car work.
Yeah. I guess they figured what better person to get to work on your car than somebody that works at Chrysler, huh?
Yeah.
Probably somewhere around four.
No, we're about out of tape here.
That's it.
Time's up.
Say bye, Papa.
Mhm.
Wave to the camera.